Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the new world and the magic and miracles that exist only in the new world. More magic, more miracles, more beauty in this new world. And each day, more and more showing up as we become more transparent. And the being that we are comes forward. It's quite the journey, a journey that we all have known within ourselves. And as we navigate the human experience, never quite able to lose sight of something more, something grander, something familiar, something mysterious, something that's you. And each day you take a step on that journey toward yourself, towards home, as only you are able to do. We all are here with a different purpose, but a common destiny. And we all are going about that purpose as only we can, through our gifts, our ability to see, our ability to speak, our ability to sing, to hear the music, to dance, and to be a walking beacon of light and a constant reflection of the new world, so that everyone you encounter will feel that place that they never really lost inside themselves, and make a choice to continue where they are or to move into the space that you're displaying. Our life is full of the thread of the journey to where we sit right now. And once you experience a greater portion of yourself, it's possible to connect to that greater portion of yourself from 50 years ago, from yesterday, from the moment you came on the planet. And you remember little things and little moments and things spoken and things received that were perfect for you, that was signaling, remember, remember who you are. And until you remember, I will look after you, because that's what love does. It looks after you. And I remember reading a book called The Pilgrim's Progress, written by a man in 1619 who spoke of his journey. He called it heaven then, but it was the new world. And he gave himself the name Faithful. And he met Hopeful and Courage and different ones along his way. And they would walk with him for a while and then turn off. And he would keep walking, not because he could, but because he had to. He had to keep going. Something inside him wouldn't let him stop. And those who were close to him, even his family, could not understand where he was going. They said his life was so beautiful. Where was he going? He had a family, a house, all the things that would make one happy. But for him, there was something more calling him, something inside that's inside all of us. The connection with Source. And he had to follow that signal, even to the death of everything that was built, even to the death of himself. And each of us know the story in ourselves. And we do the dance of one step forward, two steps back, two steps forward, one step back. And it's okay, because we're moving. Even when we take one step back, we're creating an opportunity for something to show up and take us 20 steps forward. And we only do this dance because the music is playing inside of us. The music of the new world. The song of your new being, calling you away from this world to the new world. And so we will become more and more transparent as you take a step forward. You have overcome the thing that kept you from taking the step forward. It could be the last thing, even overcoming that you must love, or that you must do anything. That may be the final step that opens a you that has no identity, that has no limits, no boundaries, no duties, but an infinite spirit able to do and come and go and experience in a freedom that not many have yet experienced. And the magic that is supporting those steps is bigger than ever, because the miracles are unmatched as you leave an old garment behind and look in the mirror at a brand new garment. A miracle that is the greatest miracle that's ever been delivered. And the magic that is required is there because of the new world. So I'd like to read a story to you now. The Two Kingdoms. This is the story of two kingdoms and the king who wanders into one from the other. The king, whose name is not important, was born on a planet in another universe. He sat on the throne for thousands of years. His kingdom was full of peace, harmony, and kindness. And he was a king from a long line of kings. One day he decided to visit another kingdom that was on a planet called Earth. He had heard all about the beauty and majesty of this new kingdom, and he wanted to experience it for himself. When he arrived, he was in awe of the multi-dimensional beings that were on this planet. Unlike his planet, where everyone had a similar appearance, he saw many unique beings from many different origins. He decided to stay for a while and experience all that this planet had to offer. He left his kingdom in the capable hands of his son, so he did not have to worry about having to hurry back. There was so much for him to see and do, and he looked forward to experiencing as much as he could. At first, he had no trouble experiencing everything with non-attachment, as he remembered that this was not his kingdom. His advanced being and his power and technology kept him above all that he was seeing and feeling. Only a few of the beings that he soon discovered were called humans were ever able to recognize him. But before long, he was beginning to forget who he was and the kingdom that he had come from. He had started to lose his way. As he experienced more and more, he began to see the control that was being used to manipulate the humans. And because of his nature, he started to try and overthrow the beings that were nothing more than false authorities. Because of his nature, he felt bad for the human population, and he saw that they had lost the remembrance of their own royal nature. As many years passed, he continued to enjoy many beautiful experiences, as well as the difficulties of being in a human body in a dimension that was under the control of malevolent beings. By now, he had almost forgotten his own kingdom, and it was only when he got flashes of his life there that he would realize that he too had become stuck, just like the humans he felt bad for. He realized that any engagement with this kingdom is a relinquishing of the sovereignty that is your true nature within your true kingdom. He realized that any attempt to fight or fix this kingdom was an agreement to be a part of it, and thus become a citizen thereof, with all the rights and rules and so-called privileges of that kingdom. He realized that this kingdom is the great deceiver, dangling carrots of a perfect life to some, and in the same breath offering the opportunity to fix its so-called problems to others. This kingdom has an infinite number of ways to lure you in, and it does just that. The king knew that the only way out was to fully divest himself from the existence of this other kingdom and the magnetic draw to its system. Then one day, as he sat alone pondering all these things, he heard a voice from behind him saying, "Father." The king turned around to see his son standing before him, and the king began to cry with joy, for the son had come to set him free. The king said to the son, "How long have I been gone?" And the son said, "One day." And the king said, "As it is written, 1 day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years like a day." And the son said, "Father, it is good to see you. What have you learned from your adventure?" And the king said, "There are many kingdoms in the universe, and each has a purpose. You must always maintain the knowledge of your true kingdom, the one that comes from the lineage of your origin. You may experience the life and the culture and the beauty of any kingdom that you choose, but you must not forget your true royal sovereignty, and you must not try to fix any other kingdom, because they are not broken. They exist in their unique form to be experienced. Every interaction that you have within these other kingdoms, without the remembrance of your true kingdom, leads to a door, then to another door, and another, and another, until you are lost, and that very kingdom is absorbed into your being. Let us now return home, my beloved son. Thank you for finding me and helping me return to my kingdom. Each of these humans will have the very same moment that I am now having, as someone from their origin will appear to them or speak to them, and they will suddenly remember that this is not their kingdom. And in the blink of an eye, they will be gone, only to return to lead the way to the new world for all humanity. For that old kingdom cannot be changed, it can only be transcended. First, by an awareness of what it is, and then by a will and a desire that is greater than the forces of all the power that would keep you in the grip of the old kingdom. It only takes one, my son, to come to this mighty truth and choose the door with the flashing sign that says exit. And once that is done by the one, it is available to be done by the all. The entanglement of this kingdom is so insidious that even those who think they are free are not free at all. All of the connections to family, career, love, hope, and even death set the hook to keep you from the awareness of your true kingdom. These things and others keep you satisfied and in the dark, even as something inside you knows that this is not your kingdom. The people closest to you unconsciously play their role, making this kingdom seem like the place where everything will someday be perfect. This message unconsciously traps you into becoming a permanent resident, one with a house and a mortgage and 2 kids and a 2-car garage, therefore giving you a million reasons to call this place home and fight what you think is the good fight to make it better. If you stop for a minute, you can feel the depth of this physical, mental, and spiritual occupation all the way to your bones. Yet, in spite of this, your kingdom awaits each one's return. But in the end, you must find this out for yourself and make the choice by yourself. No one can do it for you, even as there are some who will show up in your world to help point the way. For many have come, and many will continue to come. And now, I, your Father and King, have chosen to return and to be one of those that will point the way. For as it is written, be in this world, this kingdom, but not of it, and keep watch for the exit sign and the entrance to your true kingdom and the glorious new world that will now and forever be your new home. This is the story of the 2 kingdoms, and I am the king. These are words from a song that I love. Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. Everyone will change. No one stays the same. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold, 'cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds, sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. Winter turns to spring. A wounded heart will heal, but never much too soon. Yes, everything will change. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold, 'cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except the rain comes from the clouds, the sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. The rain comes from the clouds, the sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. I read that because As I wrote The Two Kingdoms, I received a very strong message that said, I have no more to say. And so, for this moment, I am opening up this opportunity for another of us to broadcast, to experience what I've experienced, to feel what I've felt, to deliver what's in their heart and what they see and know. For change is the great agent to push everything forward. I am change, and I've come to help you grow. So this is not a permanent change, but a change nonetheless. And I could be sitting here next Friday but I knew when I heard the words that there's no more to say at this moment, that that's what I could say. And like the song, everything must change. And I am that king who was choosing to light the way. And I am this spirit that is heading to its origin as the man from 1619. I'll finish by reading this. A walk of love. I've been walking through all time and space, through many lifetimes and beyond, this same walk of love that feels so familiar, step after step, transmitting my essence for any who could feel it. I am walking through many dimensions simultaneously, a mist, a vapor that comes and goes, quietly leaving no trace, seemingly without purpose or need. But I have come as a witness and a reflection of the true you. I can see it now, and so I will continue to walk through your life and the lives of the many who are destined to feel me. I am David, and I am love. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's always been an honor and will continue to be. And from the true kingdom and your true kingdom, I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.